What are we about to do now?
We're just going to go do the final little interval bike workout. The workout will be 2 minutes at 70.3 pace, minute recovery, 8 minutes at Ironman pace, a couple minutes recovery. Maybe we'll do 2 rounds, maybe we'll do 3 rounds. Just keeping a bit of intensity still in. Like I said, I did 5 good blocks, good hard blocks, only 2 days recovery in between each. So we do need to taper decently in order to be firing on all cylinders, but pretty used to, we've significantly increased the volume, so pretty used to a fair amount of volume. And so we want to keep a decent amount of volume going into the race. And then I'm just looking at the weather here, and already coming down, 99. I mean, it's cold out here right now, 73 degrees. It's 9 o'clock. I mean, 8 hours is 1 p.m. So I don't really think heat's going to be too much of a factor. Fair amount, maybe on the final hour of the run or something, but the highs here don't seem to be achieved until looks like about 3 or 4 o'clock. So at 1 o'clock we're not at the high yet. So 12 we're definitely not. 11 we're certainly not. And you should be off the bike by well, 5 hours on 5 by 10 a.m. something like that.
How's Lionel feeling going into this weekend?
If you asked me that 2 weeks ago, the answer would have been different. He was a little nervous. You know, he hasn't done an Ironman in a long time. But now that the taper has started, legs are coming around, body's coming around, mind's coming around, and he is ready to rip. He's super excited.
How are the hills?
There's no hills on that section, really. That section's easy, fast.
How you feeling about the opening parts of the bike course?
I mean, I feel like a effing $1,000,000 is what I feel like. I feel really good, really strong. Best I've ever felt riding a bike, undoubtedly. What do you want me to do? I can do 360. I can do intervals at 360, I can do intervals at 340, I can do intervals at 320. How long you want? You just tell me the number, I'll do it. You want me to hold it TT? I'll do it. Can you go down to the expo to work?
Yeah, I'm hoping to go camping this weekend.
Alright, so I see. Good. Excellent.
Yeah. I'm going to tape this so we remember where it is. Do you like riding one by?
I love it. I will never go back. Like, you sacrifice some on the ups,
Yeah.
of course, because you don't have very good, you know, you're grinding.
Yeah.
But on the downs, you make up everything you lose. If you have, you know, I don't mind grinding. I have a low cadence anyway. So I really noticed it last race where I was able to do damage on the downs relative to guys riding 2x.
Yeah.
It's like a 55-11 versus that's a 54-10.
Yep.
And even that little bit gets you probably 5 miles an hour more and still can pedal decently well.
Yeah.
Yo, 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 and good morning from Boulder, Colorado, everybody. Here we are about 44 hours from race day. And you might be asking, well, what's Sam doing in Boulder, Colorado? And the truthful answer is that I got afraid. I got nerves to go and race Lionel Sanders, and I've chickened out of the race. That's a joke. What happened is a travel snafu. I was supposed to fly out last night. I was at the airport. I spent about 5-6 hours at the airport, and I was flying out on Frontier, but what happened is Denver, the only storm we've had of the entire month, this big lightning storm came. So it was lightning for like an hour, hour and a half, and all of the incoming planes had to get diverted, so none of them could land. And Frontier, of course, wasn't telling us anything, so we're just hanging out there. And finally, basically it's like our flights, my plane's never there, so it gets, finally I find out it gets canceled. And they're like, oh, just go speak to this huge line of people. And yeah, 300 people were in line, and I was like, I just gotta get home. I hadn't driven out there. I took the commuter bus, so then I had to go catch the bus. thankfully my roommate stuck around and got the baggage, got the bike, and I was able to get home at like 9:15, 9:30 at night and get some sleep, and it's all going to work out. Nothing's going to stop me from racing Lionel. Well, I shouldn't say nothing. If my flight doesn't go to plan on Saturday, I now fly on Saturday morning. I'll be getting to the race at like 10 a.m. to the venue at 11 a.m. on Saturday, and then giving it a rip. And so I'll see you guys there. I said yesterday, calm like a bomb. Turns out it's turning true. Calm and collected. Going for it. See you guys on Saturday.
Crowe stayed here when he won. Ben Hoffman stayed here both times he won. Meredith Kessler stayed here when she won. Lindsay Corbin stayed here when she won.
The general on the other side.
The General.
Heather, show us your van. Show us your van. What is it?
We got an 18 Ford Transit, and
Yeah.
it was fully
Full
built out,
bridge.
but not really like good for our usage purposes, i.e. fitting the bikes underneath. So Waddy had to raise the bed up so we can get
storage place.
4 bikes underneath. We got a fridge, stove, sink, and a queen plus bed for me.
Yeah, I did
That's
that.
what we're doing in, Arctic Fox.
Oh, nice.
I wish I had my phone so I could show the results, but Coeur d'Alene also has a very special place in my heart because it was the 2015 Coeur d'Alene that we met Sam Long, and he was an age grouper, but he came flying by me on the bike probably halfway through, and then he like he wasn't riding the steadiest. I'm not dissing Sam, he's one of the best bikers in the sport, but at the time, I was like, what is this guy doing? Because then I would catch him, go back by him, and probably the last like 20 miles, we were on the bike together. And we came into the run, and I think we ran together for like the first, I don't know, couple miles, and then, I ended up dropping him at some point, but it was still close the whole day. And if you look up the results from 15, it was me, and then Sam was right behind me. But he was like the nicest, like he was so young. I mean, he's still so young, but he won obviously the 18 to 24 age group. And it was just a fun day. That was when we met him, and we've been friends since. And he was just like this young age grouper. I think he was on the Timex team maybe. But yeah.
So you beat Sam. You beat Sam.
So let's see what
So are you trying to battle him out this weekend?
I'm gonna post Sam.
Heather, the real battle is Heather versus Sam.
Me versus Sam.
Part 2.
Big unit versus little unit.
Yes. This is like, whoa.
Waddy, how's Heather feeling going into this weekend?
Dude, she's feeling amazing. We've had a good training block. We're in Coeur d'Alene with some of our best friends. Once homestay, now great friends, and Cook Mike is cooking all this amazing food. So we're set.
Who do you think Heather's biggest competition is this weekend?
Heather's biggest competition this weekend is herself. She needs to believe. Needs to believe.
Yeah.
She wants to go.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Here,
I know.
I'll give you the tour.
I'm feeling fantastic, you know. To be able to be around family members is the best. And I cannot believe the excitement in the air of these athletes. They are so ready to go for 140.6 miles in Coeur d'Alene.
Earlier in the year, we caught up with you in St. George, and you told us about a project you were working on. Can you share some more information with us about that now?
Yeah, and you caught up with me in St. George. I got off the bike. I felt better. Yeah, I was sweating and everything. Now I'm just like normal dry. Yeah, in St. George, I had already recorded a few podcasts for my new show called Find Your Finish Line with Mike Reilly. And now we've released a few of them. And the 5th show I released was Lionel Sanders, which I've been involved with a lot of interviews and a lot of back and forth with age groupers and professionals through the years. But this was one of the most dynamic, passionate interviews I've ever been involved with, because Lionel just let it loose, and I kept kind of digging in and asking questions. So if you go to my podcast number 5, Lionel Sanders, and the description of how to get there is on the bottom here. But I think you'll see professional athletes are just like us. Obviously, they have that higher level of performance, but man, they got to do things mentally to get themselves through the tough times, just like we have to do mentally to get ourselves through tough times. So I hope you learn from Lionel's podcast on some of the things he went through in his life and where he's at today and how strong he feels about it.
Nice, nice. Final question for you. You've probably spectated more Ironman triathlons than any other spectator out there. What is your advice for a big day like this, also a 5 a.m. start?
Well, it is an early start because it's light so early here and light so late. But when you're spectating, you have to pace yourself just like the athletes do. It could be warm during the day. Make sure you get plenty of liquid. Find shade. I know you want to be at the finish line for your loved ones to come on in. So you give yourself time to get there, get set up, watch them come in, then go take care of them. But what I'd really like you to do is come back to that finish line in the final hour, you know, that 10:30, 11 o'clock mark until midnight, and see some of those final finishers come in that we're able to call an Ironman. It is remarkable.
Hey y'all, party goes on. It's 8:20. Normal humans are still awake at this time. This guy's acting like he has a big race or something to win. Don't even really care about that. What's the more important thing is, it's the Lionel Sanders No Limits line is now available on his website, a collaboration with Lululemon that everyone has been asking about. I don't even know how many DMs Lionel has received or I've received. So it's back in stock right now on Lionel's website. Go to his website right now and you can order the No Limits line. Thanks a lot.